Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Neymar. Showing good feet. Takes the shot!
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Villa clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Arsenal have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Gerrard, and he cuts out the supply. Best. Nicely weighted ball. Drogba! It's there! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first decent chance! And he's there to get it away. No, that's been intercepted. Schneider. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Bellingham. Looking tidy in possession. It's Inzaghi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Adams gets across to intercept that. Just past the 40th minute mark. De Ligt goes long. Nicked it back promptly. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
There will be
and it's been hooked away. Aimed beyond the defence. And he shoots! Oh, good finish! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is all they have time for.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
I'm sure they will make fine.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Number 13, Filippo Inzaghi.
That gets us going once more.
Is number 8.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to...
He's had a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah,
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
Drogba. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Torres. Now that's well seen too. And this is Neymar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that's well spotted. Nagoya Grampus are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. That is good alertness. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. And this is Stoichkov. No, he wasn't going to be fooled.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Park Ji-sung. Bellingham. Bellingham!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And this is Stoichkov. Schneider. And he plays one through. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Passes short and sharp. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Drogba, and it's Schneider. Rodri. And here's Bellingham. Good take, and is he in?
There's the shot! And it's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
There will be
So
3
could
minutes
they be
added
onto
time.
something here? Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And time is up. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Zanetti, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Azar, and it's Pirlo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pirlo. Fernando Torres is having a shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace.
Shot at goal! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by it.
It's Azar! It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Inzaghi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a key interception. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Bellingham. And this is Torres. Shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Maldini with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. White calmly anticipates. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cafu. Pirlo. Now it's Eto'o. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to get it away. Bellingham scooting forward. Oh, well played. Pirlo. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
It's a good run down the right. And here's Neymar. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head
Just
into
a
the
quick
break
announcement. It is
all
now
square.
time for our special lottery.
Any thoughts on
Please
all
grab
this
the
so
tickets
far,
you were
Jim?
given when you were
Well,
walking
it's
through
been
the
an
gates.
exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Substitutions taking
So, all
place.
square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so the action is resumed. Arsenal do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Bellingham. Fernando Torres. He has found the way through. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Hazard. Bellingham. Driving forward. Hazard. And here's Eto'o. Rummenigge! And it's Hazard. And this is Eto'o. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Eto'o. Tchouaméni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Searching passes played there. He's had a shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Arsenal have their second corner now. Hull are looking to go forward now. Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Tries to play it through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Rummenigge. Lovely ball. It's Eto'o! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
So we have movement on
Number
both
20,
benches.
Messi.
Hull with the
Number
lead.
24.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, it's
David
on the
Villa!
field. Number 18.
Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
well, it's certainly
15,
encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tchouaméni. And this is Stoichkov. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Stoichkov. He's in a great position. There's the shot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
De Bruyne. And it's Neymar. Stoichkov. Now there's a real chance! And that's in! They have stolen level at the last! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And we're done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Well, we're underway.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic...
And he shoots! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh no, what has happened here? Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Chiellini. Now Howson. McAllister. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, well played. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Knocks it into space. It's played through for him. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Robertson making good progress. And it's Del Piero. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. De Bruyne. Oh, this looks sharp. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. De Bruyne. Neymar running with the ball, looking for options for movement. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Rijkaard. And here's Neymar. And now they can clear their lines. Pressing high and with purpose. Del Piero. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Neymar. That's been slipped through.
Can he finish?
And they've got rid. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot.
Chance! And that's a sharp finish.
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke,
Please
don't
turn
fix
your
it. So I
attention to
think
the
the manager
screen
has
for
to resist
information
change
provided by
at
the
this
local
stage.
police.
Arsenal looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 13, Filippo Inzaghi.
So the action
Coming on the
resumes.
field is number 8, Stoichkov.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's a sharp little ball here. Torres is flagged offside. Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Always onto this. And Torres! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been cleared.
He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
White is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Robertson. So we've reached the hour mark. Hazard has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's in a great position here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Stoichkov, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Chouameni. Hazard. He's found a way through. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Chouameni being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And it's Hazard. Hazard! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Just eases him off the ball. Rijkaard. And it's Gerrard. And this is Del Piero.
quality ball.
Tries to play it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Adams. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
Has been indicated.
Great vision. And it's been played through. He is through here.
Decent chance! Oh, off the bar!
He is just caressing the ball. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
And the referee brings it to a close.
Arsenal are chirpy, cheerful and contented.
It was a...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Arsenal against Italy.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's
It's Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Adams attempts a clearance. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Floated through, and he can thump it away. Khan sends that a long way. Deftly away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Bale. Bale gets on his bike and on the move. Oh.
Bale!
Now who's going to be first? Oh, what has happened here?
And again! Goal, Italy!
And Italy score first. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Has to go back here. Pirlo goes for the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's De Rossi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Searching pass he's played there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Can he get it through? That is good alertness. Neymar making good progress on the right-hand side. Brilliantly cut out.
Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Bale. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. It's Bale! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bale clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gerrard. Denied by an instinctive save.
Gerrard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So their fourth corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Bellingham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a good ball through. He's picked his way through. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Neymar shoulders the responsibility. Brilliant save from Buffon! No! And there's the whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Arsenal currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. It's Bale! He's beaten. Oh, good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Shoots! And a neat finish. And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Leicester can get it clear.
Arsenal really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible... Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece! He's got himself an absolute peach. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Cruyff demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 5.
They're up to 5
Fernando
corners now.
Torres. Number 22, De Bruyne. Number 20, Neymar.
Raul getting this one
Clear
clear.
the field. Number 15, David Villa.
Oh, good
Number
read.
17,
That's great positioning,
Gerrard.
so good from him.
Number 23,
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. He has found the way through. Italy needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Tries a shot! And that's a good finish. Back to within 1. Interesting.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Just one.
Eto!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Italy clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Stoichkov. And it's Gerrard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well,
Tries one from range.
He has hit that forcefully.
well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Now it's Bale. And he's got away from him. It's Bale!
6 added minutes has been indicated.
He's done very well to get to that.
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
The corner count is rising. That's 6.
He leaps for it.
But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now it's Eto. Well, that looks a decent ball. Ball looks a good one. He came in hard, very hard. Raul. Totti. Excellent. And that will be it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, back Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome
players
to
on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go
Arsenal
any minute now.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
What's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Stood up well to him there. Best! Superb from Best! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Suarez really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pele getting forward, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. De Ligt did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Torres. Now it's Inzaghi. It's Inzaghi! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Pele can see things others simply cannot. Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Bruyne.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's burst through. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed and all.
Luis Suarez!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Costa Curta is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
Shoots! Goal! Best at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in...
And that brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Number 13.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Coming on the field.
Beckham.
Mohamed Salah!
Stoichkov.
Oh, full mark for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And it's Salah. Well-timed, excellent interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Over to the right flank. And he's quick to return it. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's got the big chance!
Wow, that is Didier Drogba! A finish of true class! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Try to gain this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nedved venturing down the left. Pelé.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Drogba. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Borussia Dortmund are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Borussia Dortmund really will have to throw everything at this now.
A hefty challenge, but fair enough. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot.
And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Place.
The keeper doing his best to put him off.
Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It was definitely a brave call by the referee to give that penalty, and I think the way this game has gone, it could easily turn out to be the decisive moment.
And he's heaved it away. Now it's Drogba. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
The perfect tackle. He's been superb.
There will be 3 minutes.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, it's come loose. And he's being shifted off it. Cannavaro.
So that's it. It is all over.
Arsenal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
We have a great finisher here in Darwin Núñez. In my view, he's someone who's got it all. I think he's got the full package. We know he's...
Oh, he's been caught now! Inzaghi! That was superb goalkeeping!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, good play! Goal! Arsenal! Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Bellingham. It's Park Ji-sung. And here's Neymar. It's Neymar! Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. That has been knocked clear. France are looking to go forward now. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Inzaghi might just make this. Arsenal currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus.
Duff really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Bellingham. Mateus. That's a little off target. Tries to pass it through. Not got that quite right. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a cute ball. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Arsenal have their third corner. Gerrard herring after the ball here. And it's Neymar. Bellingham. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
2 added minutes has been
Arsenal could
indicated.
really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Arsenal
Please be
coming in
reminded that
at
drinking is
half-time,
only allowed
leading
in the
by
areas
1
shown
goal
on this
to
map.
nil.
Thank you very much for your
I
cooperation.
think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their
Substitution
position.
for
They can
Arsenal.
afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Number 8.
Arsenal can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Arsenal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Looking here to chip it through. Some resolute defending there. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Not the most accurate pass. That is ended up in no man's land. White. And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Torres. Still just a single goal between the sides. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Nunez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Park Ji-sung goes down, but nothing given. And the counter is on.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Stojkovic. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there...
He's had a shot!
Oh, it's come off the upright. And that was very necessary. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's corner.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 21, Bellingham. Number 5, Fernando Torres. Coming on the field, number 22, De Bruyne. Number 10, Raul.
Played out to the left flank.
Number 6,
And he
Didier
cuts out
Drogba.
the supply.
Substitutions taking place.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, it's played into the...
Getting up there!
And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Picked out brilliantly.
Great chance! And it's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now!
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy fit. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome to
really get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing.
Arsenal.
Well, I'm Peter
against
Drury and I'm joined in
Barcelona.
the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough...
Torres! What about that from Fernando Torres?
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already.
This is the time you need that pace.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Owen. And it's Gerrard. Owen! He's had it taken off him. Owen, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Inzaghi. Oh, nice touch. Chance!
Okay, it didn't come off, but it was clever. A nice little dummy.
Arsenal with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Park Ji-sung picks it up from the goal kick. Adams. Well, they've got it again. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Batistuta clears it away. Now it's Bellingham. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Brilliantly cut out. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bellingham.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Zanetti.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Inzaghi, and he's being shifted off it. Rijkaard. Couldn't squeeze it through. Chouameni. Bellingham.
There will be 1 minute.
It's a good ball out wide. There's the delivery. And here comes the corner. This possibly the last play of the half. And it's hoisted clear. That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Arsenal
Coming on to
looking
replace
solid,
him
if
is
not too much more at
number
half-time.
8,
It's 1-0.
Stoichkov.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And on! No, not quite.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Fernando Torres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Just eases him off the ball. Neymar. Rijkaard. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Arsenal are still that goal to the good. This is a promising build-up. Bellingham. Good, strong midfield running here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Gerrard is standing over this one. Great chance here to level it up. Gerrard! Steven Gerrard, the man for every moment. He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are back in business.
The goal scorer for
Oh, that is a bit
Barcelona.
special.
Well, he made it look
After 62
effortless. Clearly a
minutes,
training ground perfectionist.
Number 20, Steven Gerrard.
Looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the...
He's having a pop! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
And it's Batistuta. Bellingham. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Gerrard, this is promising. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tchouaméni, Neymar, Tchouaméni, and now the breakaway. Now it's Neymar.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through. Oh, shooting chance! Off the post.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That is good alertness. Quality ball. This is Batistuta. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's come to nothing.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good take in a good area.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Davids.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And that will be it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Fernando Torres picking up the man of the... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations.
Drogba! Wow, that is big Drogba!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Schneider. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a really buccaneering run he's making. Here.
Oh, good effort! Oh, it rattles the bar!
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Mendes did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's really well manoeuvred. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Looking for options, for movement. He's found a way through.
Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, there's the clearance. Now that's well seen too. Now he's off and running. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Inzaghi. Stood up well to him there. Well, that is one way to stop him. Park Ji-sung cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Nuno Mendes. He's in plenty of space here. White. Opportunity for Arsenal to break. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Threads one in. And Torres! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
There will be 1 minute.
Oh, that's
added
sweet,
time.
almost telepathic. Has a look up and delivers. Khan deals with that nice and simple. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Arsenal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
For information on our shuttle bus
Well, obviously
service.
things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Schneider. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Bellingham.
Substitutions taking place.
So off we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That looks a decent ball. Oh, he's been flattened there. Tacho promptly onto that, and that is that. Gerrard. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Gerrard. Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And here's Stoichkov, and it's Totti.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you...
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Bellingham. Number 18, Didier Drogba. Coming on the field, number 80, Ronaldinho. Number 17, Fernando Torres.
Kimmich is behind this one, so a genuine chance to increase the lead. Ronaldinho! That's going to go a long way. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Good take, and there's the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Batistuta. That is good alertness. Totti. Kimmich wins the duel this time. And he was quick to react. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Villa. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Villa is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. This is Batistuta. Ronaldinho!
Oh, good finish!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Rosario are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Stoichkov, looking for the run.
Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Kimmich's cross. And he's taking no chances there.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Gerrard. Great defending, strong and determined. Bellingham. That's a look and place it forward. And he can clear it away. Well, they've got it again. We are into overtime. Bellingham. Now it's Stoichkov. Arsenal could have here their final chance.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Torres attempts a clearance. And that's it. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably...